I want to talk more about the entertainment culture we live in today, because entertainment is one of the main weapons formed against us in these days. The Bible prophesies that in the last days the inhabitants of the earth will be deceived. Revelation 13:14 says he, Satan, deceived the inhabitants of the earth. And 2 Thessalonians 2 explains that in the end of days people will be deceived because they refuse to love the truth and so will live under a powerful delusion. That prophecy is being fulfilled right now through mass media entertainment disseminated through television for decades, and now more recently through smart technologies and phones, which it seems can't be put down for a single moment. A powerful delusion is deceiving the inhabitants of the earth. Friends, did you know that they are now saying the first implantable mobile phone will be available commercially by 2023? That's implanted into our body. And of course, Google are on the record for saying that ultimate ambition is to literally get inside users' heads, using search queries to read our thoughts and then fulfilling our data needs by sending results directly to microchips implanted into our brains. And let's not forget, friends, the mark of the beast prophecy. No one can buy or sell unless they have the mark in their hand or in or on their forehead. Already people are paying in the store with their mobile phone. The next advancement will be using that same technology, but from inside the body, in the hand or in the head, just as the Apostle John said. Friends, the entertainment of the masses is only set to increase in ways that just 20 to 30 years ago we could not have imagined possible. Why do you think there's been such a push for wearable tech devices over the last few years? The people are being conditioned to rely on technology to live their everyday lives. When did we ever need a smartwatch or fitness band to monitor our health on a daily basis? But when you think that health monitoring is one of the main functions of the implantable microchip today, you can see where they're taking this. With smart TVs, smart watches, smart glasses and virtual reality headsets and augmented reality games heralded by the likes of Pokemon Go, the peoples of the earth are being deceived as they immerse and merge themselves together with these devices that preoccupy our minds, dumb us down and condition us to accept the agenda of the global elite. Friends, also to point out is that through this conditioning, the peoples of the earth are enabling, through all these devices that track our every move, the very surveillance grid that is and will eventually enslave them all. Just like the prophecy foretold, Satan deceived the inhabitants of the earth. Enormous control over the populations of the earth is achieved as the public is preoccupied with the mindless entertainment spewed from the myriad of devices now available wherever they go. While preoccupied, the people become completely oblivious to what is actually going on in the world. But friends, as I've said so many times before, it's not just the information that's going in, it's the way these technologies are interacting with our brains to put our minds into a servile state and reduce our intelligence. The flicker or the refresh rate of the screens we look at day in and day out literally alters our brain waves from beta, normal waking consciousness, to alpha, similar to that which is produced in hypnotism. Studies have also been done that say playing computer games for long periods of time take the brain one step further to theta, reduced consciousness or deep sleep. Also, studies conclude that too much TV increases the risk of Alzheimer's. Dr. Friedman, who led the study at the University School of Medicine in Cleveland, Ohio, said, "When you watch TV, you can be in a semi-conscious state where you really are not learning." Friends, we become mesmerised and in a trance-like state. That's why so many people easily fall asleep in front of a TV screen, but then minutes later when in bed are unable to sleep. Have you ever done the same with your phone, been using it while in bed before sleeping and dropping off as you stare at that little square light, only to find that when you turn it off, you're not ready to sleep? That's the effect of these devices. They impact our brains on a physical level too. So not only are we absorbing propaganda, we are put into a servile state to receive it with little resistance. And now, more than ever before, we should be on our guard as the mass media corporations merge together and with our governments to create one single voice to shape our thoughts and beliefs. This is how we are being controlled, and this is how the Antichrist world government will deceive the inhabitants of the earth. Friends, just recently I was mocked for believing that an Antichrist would control the world. Friends, those who mock are certainly asleep and dumbed down. It's surely plainly obvious that our governments and the mainstream media are or have already adopted an anti-Christian agenda. And what is that, friends, if it's not Antichrist? Friends, but not all entertainment is bad. Reading a good old-fashioned book, or going for a walk in the countryside, climbing a tree, rowing a boat across the lake, or playing some sport with a friend. These are activities that were once commonplace but have now been replaced by movie going or running around like a mindless zombie catching Pokemons. Friends, let's make every effort to re-establish positive forms of entertainment in our lives that foster healthy relationships and increase our cognitive development and will assist to awaken us to the realities of our world. Let's think about ways in which we can limit technological forms of entertainment. Have a day off from social media. Reduce the hours of TV watching. Personally, I've now not watched TV for 15 years. It started one day when me and my wife just got tired of so much TV watching every day. We ended up limiting ourselves to just Friday night TV watching. But after not watching so much TV, we then found that the few programs we limited ourselves to on a Friday night became unacceptable for us to watch. TV desensitizes us, but as we withdraw from it, we become sensitive to the information we are taking in. It's time, friends, for us to amputate this festering technology from our lives, because if we don't, it will one day end up literally inside us and there will be no way of escaping from it.